Welcome to this installment of the Community EMR instructional video, Lab Entries Part 1. This video was developed by the WRHA CSIS team in coordination with EMR users. This video is meant as reference material regarding the functionality of the EMR. Examples provided during demonstration cover various workflows and should not replace any on-the-job instruction provided by on-site supervisors, managers, or directors. During this presentation, the following topics will be covered: transcribing lab values, INR tracking tool, graphing results, printing lab results. Lab entries consist of two different workflows. The first are labs transcribed from a paper lab result. The second are entries which are received via electronic interface directly from the testing facilities. Part 1 of this presentation will demonstrate Option 1, transcribing of paper results into the EMR. Part 2 of the lab entry demonstrations will cover the management of lab entries received via the interface. There are two key user preferences that can be activated to manage lab entries. Activating both lab requisition reconciliation and warning of abnormal lab value results entry will ensure that when practicing in the playground environment, we have access to all the available tools embedded into the EMR. Following this demonstration, if there are either of these preferences that you would like to remove from your live environment profile, please do so. When transcribing results from a paper document, or in EMR terms PDF document, you will access the EMR Encounter Notes tab and open your PDF document for reference. There are a number of ways to access this lab document via the document icon above the medical bands, the virtual chart, double-clicking on that lab item, my personal home section if I am a provider assigned to review this result, or using the F5 quick function key. Below the clinical notes section is a lab section. There are 4 icons included in this section. The INR icon is used for monitoring and tracking of client INR results. The mini graph icon is used to create a graphic trend of registered results against medications. The green plus symbol is used for adding new lab values to the client's record, and the pencil icon is to edit lab entries. During this demonstration, we will review the functionality of each of these icons. Once the PDF or paper lab results have been received, providers can determine which information they would like to trend or track. Once the provider has determined the information they would like to trend, they select the green plus symbol within the lab section. There are several techniques for viewing PDF lab values at the same time as entering in the new information. I am going to demonstrate viewing the lab document at the same time and entering the values when accessed via the Encounter Notes tab. At the end of the presentation, we will also demonstrate the ability to add lab results from within the Home section or document queue. To begin transcription, select the plus symbol and choose the appropriate lab panel or a mixed panel, such as the common labs that contains the most common results. For this demonstration, I will select the common labs. To display the document alongside the labs from within the Encounter Notes tab, select Documents icon from above the medical bands. Locate the lab value being recorded using the blue arrows to locate the document. In this smaller display window, you will have the ability to minimize and maximize the document as needed for viewing and transcription. Now with the side-by-side view active, within the Labs window, there are several fields that can be populated. At minimum, we recommend with manual lab entries that the collection date match the date of the results. Populating this entry will automatically update the observation date. The receive date is registered as today, as this is the day you are transcribing this information into the chart. Most providers are also defaulting the time to current time of transcription, but if desired, this can be updated to reflect the time of the observation or collection. The requisition date provides the opportunity to link the requisition created on the client's chart with these lab values being transcribed to the EMR. If desired, you can identify the lab order number and laboratory. All remaining items associated with lab identification are optional when entering labs manually. For this demonstration, we are trending the client's WBC value. Enter the result into the appropriate value column adjacent to the result name. If the value exceeds the reference range already recorded, the flag will automatically be updated to abnormal. If no reference range is displayed within the test, a one-time reference range can be added by double-clicking on the open cell. Within the input window, add the reference range indicated on the lab results. There is the opportunity to mark the value flags if the value does not exceed the reference range. Drop the menu down and select the appropriate flag. If additional notes are included within the lab result, include these in the Notes column. The Show All option is only accessible if multiple result entries have been registered to the client's chart. This will display a list of results including the date, allowing providers to flag or add any additional comments to the current results. Providers can also add more general notes regarding the panel within the Large Notes field. The name associated with the results should be the ordering provider. If registering results for another provider, ensure to identify this by changing the provider's name. For example, this result was ordered by provider C. I am provider B, therefore I need to ensure this is registered to the correct provider. Manual entries can also be sent to the provider for reviewing by selecting the Send to Provider icon. If you are the ordering provider, or if no further review of the results is required, they can remain as reviewed. There is also the ability to generate a contact patient indicator. This indicator will be visible in the provider's lab section within their home section. For sites not actively using the lab home section, we would advise against sending the contact request this way and instead use the tasking or messaging feature to ensure your providers are notified of the result. To save the results that have been populated and remain within the window, select the Apply option. This will save the values but still allow you to populate others. Click OK and it will save and close the window. The lab section can also be used to track physical information such as blood pressure and heights and weights. It is important to decide when entering the values if they will be entered using imperial or metric units. For this demonstration, I will record the values in imperial units and convert them to metric by removing the check mark. To add these results, select the green plus symbol. Look for the Physical History Test panel. There is a physical history for adults and one for children. In selecting the panel for adults, I can populate the client's height, weights, and this will automatically calculate their BMI. You can also add the client's heart rate, temperature, and O2 saturations if required. Now, remove the check mark and you will see the EMR has converted the values for us. There are several views available to providers when wanting to view the trends within the lab section. The current view is set to Test. This identifies the test name, and then by expanding the entries, we see the exact results. In this view, the observation date can be seen when hovering over the item, revealing a pop-up box with the date. Date view will list the observation dates, and expanding these will include all values registered to that date, not sorted by test. The final pre-built view is by results. This allows users to view the test result name and all of the associated results in chronological order, starting with the newest on the left in bold and the oldest to the right in regular font. Most users prefer this view. There is also the ability for users to create their own view. For more information regarding custom views, please see Labs Part 2 or check with your site medical lead. If using the Lab section for tracking INR results, for example, if the client has an INR value of 3.0 for a test completed this week, providers will register the values within the client's chart. Once registered, the EMR has transcribed this result into our tracking tool. This tool provides an overview of the results as well as notations about the correction of a client's blood thinners. These doses can be added either as a daily dose or by indicating a dosage for each day of the week. If a client is alternating doses per day, we would encourage listing the dosage in the comments field to prevent any miscommunication. Please note that you cannot enter both daily dose and the day-to-day dose at the same time. The Lab section also allows for trend analysis of results. Selecting the graphing icon will open the graph viewing window. To view lab value trends, a lab test must be selected. For this demonstration, I will select INR results. There are several items automatically activated in the lower left of the graph. If desired, these options can be excluded from the graph. The Show Reference Range includes the target range for lab results that contain the reference range for the results. Providers can also remove the medications reference or the appointment references as well. The final item is not active by default. If desired, select the Show Points and each data point will be updated with the value, collection date, reference range, and source. Source will be either manual or identify the source lab where the sample was processed if using the interface platform. These graphs can be printed, but please note if comparing multiple tests, for example, INR against weight, the color of this line is the only indicator and will not appear if printing the graph in grayscale. Additional graphing options include growth charts. This growth chart is provided by the World Health Organization. To view the client's growth chart, ensure you have added the client's height and weight to the lab section. Right-clicking within the labs to reveal the growth chart based on the gender of the patients. Pink for female clients and blue for male clients. This chart also includes points of reference based on the child age. The lower table will indicate the dates that the physical history was taken. A shortcut for populating labs is to select Ctrl, Alt, and L on your keyboard. This opens the lab search window. Using this shortcut will allow you to manually enter a lab result from anywhere in the application. The other advantage is when receiving labs from within the document section, you can use this shortcut to view the lab results. Printing lab results. To print lab summaries, right-click over any lab result. Click on Print and OK. If needing to print a custom lab view, select the lab view and then use the right-click option. This will print all custom view items that are populated on the client's chart. I hope you have found this module on Part 1 of Labs helpful. For further questions or clarifications, please contact CSIS_support@wrha.mb.ca.